Hi, my name is Dr. Rajat Chauhan, and this is a series actually for GACS. Idea was, can we come up with simple videos, because today people don't read enough. So short videos about very basic things. I'm a sports and exercise medicine doctor for the last almost 2 decades now. And even before that, I have been a runner for the last 34 years. So going to medical college, even before that, what precedes is my running. So I was running already for 9 years before I went to a medical college, very important part, because I knew what the human body is capable of doing, how much you can push it. What we do in a medical college in the first years, the cadavers is what we learn from. Yes, it's amazing what a dead body has to teach us, but it's phenomenal. Sometimes you take it to the next level when you start moving that body around and you know what it's capable of. So it suddenly isn't about just a stationary, non-thinking object lying on the table. It's about an object, not only an object, a human being that moves and thinks, right? So that's something that I bring to the table here. Along with that, I've been writing for newspapers, for Mint and Hindustan Times for over a decade now. And other papers, newspapers, I've been a contributor to other magazines, Forbes, India, when they had launched, I was contributing to them on a very regular basis. A blog, do Facebook Lives, and idea is, how do I reach out to more people? I've been a consultant to Adidas Running, not anymore, but I had been to them for about 3 years. I was with Ashoka University as a director for sports and exercise for over 2.5 years from the time of inception of the university, or at least at that location where they are at. And the idea was how to make sports integral to the curriculum and also the infrastructure. Now the infrastructure bit, which probably the university thought was the tougher part, was easy for me, because come on, I mean, how difficult can that be? The tougher part was to change the system, all right, to inculcate sports into education. It was difficult. I didn't necessarily succeed as much as I wanted, but if you go back to Indian culture thousands of years back, when gurukuls were there, along with academics, it was very important to be fit. All right, we're talking about thousands of years ago. And what happened? We started following the West, and we started separating things out too much rather than integrating them. And that's what excites me. How can those two things be running in parallel? Now, my biggest learning has been when I have been organizing my race that I do in Ladakh. It's a 333-kilometer run, so triple 3 kilometers in Ladakh. Has to be done in 3 days or 72 hours, okay? Now, all those numbers, don't worry about them. Yes, it's difficult, it's tough, all that. But my biggest learning has been when the race starts at night, I would be sitting on somewhere between Nubra Valley and Khardungla, that road that is there. I would be sitting there. It's around 14, 15, 16,000 feet high where I would sit. It'll be almost midnight, and you could see Milky Way as clearly as you possibly can from anywhere, okay? A runner would come here and there, because my races don't have many runners anyway. I mean, 50 is a very high number for us. And then those mountains actually have rocks. And these rocks could possibly, just roll down and take care of you and your car, your big SUV car and all that, like in a microsecond. And these rocks are bigger than most buildings that you've ever seen, all right? So the big rocks. So effectively, it just teaches me again and again repeatedly how insignificant we all are. We do not matter in bigger scheme of things. You could be a CEO, you could be a peon, you could be a principal, dean, headmaster, whatever. It doesn't matter. You're nothing in the bigger scheme of things, okay? And same applies to me. Now that simple learning has been the biggest learning for me. Now, taking it a step further, my favorite quote from Mahatma Gandhi is probably something that you've never heard of. It's something on the lines of, anything and everything that you do in life is insignificant. Nothing matters, all right? But what matters is all of it. So it is very important that you carry on doing whatever you do, okay? Seems controversial, seems like he's flipping right there, but the point is, you were born to die. Get on with it. Make something out of it, okay? And treat everything like an important thing. And same applies to you yourself, okay? Before you think about the company, what about you? You are the basic unit. Each of you guys are the most important unit. that make it happen. It is not going to happen without you. We can talk about logistic infrastructure, facilities, whatever else, security, all that for everyone else. If you're not doing well, you're not getting very far, and there is no point talking about anything after that. Okay, what are nations built of? Are built of people. So the idea is, how do you take care of yourself? As a student, I wasn't the smartest guy in the class. What worked for me was making things simple. Whether it was maths, whether it was science, whether it was medicine, like cardiology. I liked cardiology a lot, which a lot of other people found very difficult, because I would break it down into smaller units, make it very, very simple. Now, Dr. Seuss has been quoted to say that very complicated questions can have very simple answers. Professor Clayton M. Christensen, he said something even better, saying if you give a simple answer to a very complicated question without thinking too much about it, it's worthless. No one actually values it enough. But if you've actually really gone into the depth, looked at all the complexities, and then over whatever years, decades or whatever, you've come up with a solution which probably seems very simple now, it is priceless. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to come up with very easy solutions to very complicated problems, or questions at least. And it's actually easy stuff, but you need to apply it. So that's what this whole series will be about.